our probation investigator on the category of television. Today, he will try a question worth $8,000 on his climb to a possible on the category of television. Today, he will try a question worth $8,000 on his climb to a possible $64,000 and beyond on the $128,000 question. And now, here's your host, the star of our show, Alex Trebek.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to our program, the $128,000 question. It's always such a great pleasure for us to have you folks looking in and enjoying what we're presenting, and we have many things that I know you're going to enjoy this evening. First of all, our two contestants who are going to start things off, and this is a rarity for our program. Let's bring them out right now.
Joining us for the second time on the category of Gilbert and Sullivan is our married couple from New York City who will go for a question worth $128, Morris and Ruth Hurston.
How are you tonight?
I got to know you.
Morris and... Let me hold your hand.
Oh, sure.
Make it an intimate threesome right here. On our last program, I indicated that we had a first going for us on the $128,000 question. This is the first time a couple has competed as a team. Now, the category was in some way responsible for the two of you competing as a team and starting off as a team. In other words, getting married. Can you tell us about that? How did it happen?
How did it happen now?
Well, when we were very young, Ruth played the piano and sang. And she and her brother used to sing Gilbert and Sullivan operettas. And when I met Ruth, they drafted me as a baritone.
We finally got a baritone.
And so they got a baritone, and then I started to see Ruth, and that's how it started.
Well, Ruth just mentioned how did it start, indicating that it was quite a few years ago. I'm happy to announce that Mr. and Mrs. Hurston are about to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary. Is that correct? Okay. Congratulations on that, and good luck to you on our program. Sylvie, would you escort the couple to the podium? We didn't have too much time on our last program to get acquainted. You did, however, answer the $64 question correctly, and you indicated that you wanted to risk that $64 and try for $128. That's where we'll pick things up. I will ask Mr. O'Rourke for the questions, and we go to the $128 question, and here it is. Which Gilbert and Sullivan opera opens with a group of fairies? Is it The Sorcerer or Iolanthe?
Iolanthe.
You're absolutely right. You've got $128. Will we stop or risk it and go on?
We'll risk it.
Okay. Which Gilbert and Sullivan work opens with We Sail the Ocean Blue and Our Saucy Ship's a Beauty? Is it The Pirates of Penzance or HMS Pinafore?
HMS Pinafore.
You are correct again. You've got 250 cents. So far, none of the questions have been difficult enough for the two of you to confer. You're taking turns answering, and that's great. You've got $256. Do we risk it on a question worth $512?
Of course.
Yes.
Coco in The Mikado and Reginald Bunthorne in Patience are roles sung by baritones or tenors?
Coco, would you repeat that?
Coco in The Mikado and Reginald Bunthorne in Patience are roles sung by baritones or tenors?
Tenors.
Oh, no, it's baritones.
Coco? No.
Baritones is the answer we had here. Coco in The Mikado. Gosh, sorry about that. That's unfortunate. And you were discussing that, too.
Yes.
Was there some...
Yes, because...
we were not sure.
Well, because the singer who opened in the original productions was himself a baritone, George Grossmith.
Ah.
And he sang Coco, and he sang...
Himself a tenor, you mean?
We said tenors.
Oh, I see, yes.
Yeah, you said tenors, but he must have sang as a baritone at that point.
He did the same thing as Pooh-Bah in The Mikado.
Oh, and that was the confusing
Yes.
part. Well, that's too bad about that. We have a consolation prize for you. It's not much. It's $1, but I hope you enjoyed your visit to our program.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Hershon. contestants for you to watch and enjoy right after this break.
This is Larry Angelo, and on the next edition of Evening Magazine, we'll meet the boss of the Eagles' bomb squad, Vince Capalli, one of the team's most popular players.
And I'm Teresa Brown. We'll have part 2 of a special feature about the largest naval ship in the world and take you on a breathtaking flight from the ship's deck.
Evening Magazine, tomorrow night at 7 on Channel 3.
White meat! I want white meat!
What the Martin family needs is a double-breasted chicken.
Drumstick! I want a drumstick!
The McCoys could use a 4-legged chicken.
Swanson gives you fried chicken any way you like it. All white pieces, all dark, or mixed, for when the Martins and McCoys get together.
White meat! Drumstick!
Swanson's secret batter makes it crisp and golden. For chicken like you like it, make sure it's Swanson.
Delicious!
As you move through time, time steals moisture from your look, freshness from your makeup. That's why you need a moisture fresh look that lasts. Revlon introduces moisture release makeup, new fragrance-free makeup with the moisture you need instantly. For a moisture fresh look that lasts hour after hour to keep your look fresh, soft, unmade up. The Moisture Release Series.
Available at John Wanamaker.
Some of our contestants received the 1978 Buick Skylark. Is fun to drive as it is comfortable. The Buick, which fits almost everybody's lifestyle. A little science, a little magic. Buick's unmistakable Skylark. And Turtle Wax, the world's largest selling liquid car wax, new improved hard shell formula, cleans, polishes, protects in one easy operation. Turtle Wax with a hard shell finish. Plus, for confident car care, use Kendall Superb All Seasons Motor Oil. Especially engineered for today's driving needs so that you can drive with Kendall confidence. Once again, here's Alex.
Thank you, Sandy. Welcome back to the $128,000 question. Hated to see the Hershons miss so early in the game, but that happens occasionally. Our next contestant is a young man who has answered enough questions to qualify for an $8,000 shot. Let's bring him out right now.
Alex, joining us for the third time on the category of television is our probation investigator from Philadelphia, who will go for that question with $8,000, Don Ben. Well, how do you feel today?
Oh, I feel more relaxed.
Okay, Don Ben is a probation officer, as you've just heard, but he told us on your last visit here that you get to watch a lot of television. Do you have any favorite kinds of programs? Dramas, comedies? What is it you enjoy the most?
Well, I prefer comedy.
Okay, then hopefully, for your sake, the questions at the $8,000 level will have to do with comedy. Sylvie, would you escort Don into the booth, and we'll get the questions. All set, Don?
All set.
All right, the $8,000 level questions are 5 in number. If you happen to miss one, however, there is a makeup question for you. We'll give you 20 seconds in which to think about your answers, okay? And anytime you want to pass on one and come back to it later, that's fine also. May I have the questions, please, Mr. O'Rourke? Thank you. Subject is television, and for $8,000. Today's television stars are yesterday's TV trivia. Good opening line. I want you to answer these questions about stars of current TV series who have appeared in shows of the past. Number 1. Before making his current millions, he played the role of the illegitimate son on The Big Valley. Name him. Now starring in a series about the 50s, in the 1960s, he played the role of Opie Taylor in a show set in Mayberry, North Carolina. Name him for me. Number 3, name the private detective organization led by Baba Black Sheep star Robert Conrad when he played the character Tom LaPaca. Both. Number 4, on what series did Jack Albertson, star of Chico and the Man, play the role of Lieutenant Jack Evans, NYPD? And finally, for $8,000 in cash, in what series did David Doyle, who plays Bosley on Charlie's Angels, and Meredith Baxter, who plays Nancy on Family, co-star, playing father and daughter? Those are the 5 parts to your question. You've got 20 seconds. Are you ready, Don?
Yeah.
Okay. Answer these questions then about stars of current television series who have appeared in shows of the past. Number one, before making his current millions, he played the role of the illegitimate son on the Big Valley. Name him.
Lee Majors.
You are correct. Now starring in a series about the 50s, in the 1960s, he played the role of Opie Taylor in a show set in Mayberry, North Carolina. Name him.
That's Ron Howard.
Ron Howard, yes, from the Andy Griffith Show. You're right. Number three, name the private detective organization led by Baa Black Sheep star Robert Conrad when he played the character Tom LaPaca.
Can we come back to that one?
All right, we'll take a pass on number three and go to number four. On what series did Jack Albertson, star of Chico and the Man, play the role of Lieutenant Jack Evans, NYPD?
Can we come back to that one?
Fine. We'll go to number five. In what series did David Doyle, who plays Bosley on Charlie's Angels, and Meredith Baxter, who plays Nancy on Family, co-star, playing father and daughter?
Bridget Loves Bernie.
That is correct. All right, we go back to number three, the first of your two passes. Name the private detective organization led by Baa Black Sheep star Robert Conrad when he played the character Tom LaPaca.
It's one of two answers. And I'm going to say Hawaiian Eye.
I'm sure glad you said that because that's correct. Now all you have to do is give me a correct answer to the fourth part of the question, and you've won $8,000 in cash. On what series did Jack Albertson, star of Chico and the Man, play the role of Lieutenant Jack Evans, NYPD? Name the series.
I don't even know that one.
Don't know that one?
Don't know that one.
All right, I'll give you the answer. It's The Thin Man. That's okay. You've still got the makeup question. If you give me the right answer to this, you've won the $8,000. Name the co-star of the Mary Tyler Moore Show who starred on Life with Elizabeth and A Date with the Angels. Life with Elizabeth and A Date with the Angels and a co-star on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Who is it?
I'm just going to have to guess and say Betty White.
Good guess. $8,000 for you. Jack Albertson question. Did you recall the series then?
I recall the series with the stars, Peter Lawford and Phyllis Kirk, but Jack Albertson's name just didn't come to me.
It didn't come to you, but that's all right because the name of Betty White, even though it was a guess, came to you in that makeup question. You now have $8,000 in cash, and you've got a decision to make, Don. You got to figure out whether you want to take the $8,000 and split, go back to Philadelphia, or whether you want to risk that on a question worth $16,000. You're moving along very nicely now, and if you can get past the 16, you're very close to the $64,000 question and a qualifying berth in our Tournament of Champions. You might wind up at the end of the year with $128,000. Good luck in making your decision. Don Ben, ladies and gentlemen. Sylvia, you take him away. A nervous but very relieved young man right now. We're going to introduce a new contestant to you right after this short break for a few important messages. Please watch it.
KYW-TV is licensed by the Federal Communications Commission to serve the public interest as a public trustee. Each April 1st, we place in our public inspection file a list of what we consider to have been some of the significant problems and needs of our service area during the preceding 12 months, and some of our programming to help meet those problems and needs. We invite viewers to send specific suggestions or comments concerning our station operation and programming efforts to KYW-TV, Independence Mall East, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19106. Unless otherwise requested, all letters received will be available for public inspection during regular business hours.
Oh, the food, the atmosphere. It's all for you, my sweet. Is there anything missing?
Genesee cream ale.
Waiter, Genesee cream ale.
It's not like regular ale.
Like beer.
No, it isn't like beer either.
Well, what is it like, my sweet?
It's different.
Genesee cream ale is something different. It's like, well, sort of, actually, it's hard to describe.
Will they ever reach a decision? Who makes people like Eyewitness News best, Jack Jones or Vince Leonard?
Jack Jones covers more territory than anyone else.
Well, what do you mean? Vince Leonard's the dean of TV.
Well, I'd like to see you keep up with the Jones.
Oh, yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, could we please take a vote? It's a tie.
The debate rages on. Which one makes Eyewitness News #1? The verdict is simple. Jack Jones and Vince Leonard together make Eyewitness News #1. Weeknights on Channel 3.
Some of our contestants received the ultimate Buick, the 1978 Electra, embodied in Buick's tradition of luxury, elegance, and prestige. A little science, a little magic, the distinctive Buick Electra. And Buxton genuine leather altogether clutch and keytainer for her, billfold and keytainer for him. To give, together, just for yourself, Buxton is a natural. And next party, mixed with the best. Canada Dry Mixers enjoy long-lasting carbonation, smooth taste. Canada Dry Mixers, famous for quality. Back to you, Alex.
We had something very similar to a minor military operation going this afternoon in order to get this next contestant to our show. Let's introduce him right now.
Joining us for the first time is our manager from Akron, Ohio, John Crutz.
Now, although John is from Akron, Ohio, he was in Memphis early today, and we flew him to Cleveland, and then we got him from Cleveland to here, and we rushed him to the studio, and I know you're anxious to get going with the questioning, but before you do that, tell us what the category is.
World War I.
World War I, a military operation of considerable importance. Sylvie, would you escort Mr. Crutz to the podium? Oh, good to go, John. I want to wish you lots of luck, John. We're going to start you off, as you know, with a question worth $64. May I have the pack, please, Mr. O'Rourke? Thank you. We keep doubling as long as you keep giving us the right answer and are willing to continue. What country sided with the U.S. against the Central Powers? Was it Italy or Turkey?
It was Italy.
You are right for $64. You want to try to double it?
Please.
Okay. What country sided with Germany against the Allies? Was it Bulgaria or Japan?
It was Bulgaria.
You are correct again. 2 in a row, John. Do we keep going?
Please.
All right, if you give me an incorrect answer, you wind up with $1. What weapon was first introduced by the British in a September 1916 offensive? Was it the hand grenade or the tank?
It was the tank.
You're right. Half a thou, 512, if you decide to continue.
Please.
What was the nickname of the 42nd U.S. Army Division during World War I? Was it the All-American Division or the Rainbow Division?
The Rainbow Division.
Correct. Once more. What do we do with a 512? Do you want to risk it on a question worth $1,000?
Please.
One part. Name the Tennessee mountaineer who won the Congressional Medal of Honor for his heroic actions of October 8th, 1918.
Alvin York.
Sergeant York. Yes, indeed. $1,000, John. You got a good roll going. You want to keep it that way? Sir? You want to keep it that way?
Please.
Keep going? For $2,000, we'll give you some famous quotations from World War I. You tell me who said them. First of all, the heroine whose last words before facing a firing squad were, "Patriotism is not enough." And secondly, the colonel on General Pershing's staff who announced on July 4th, 1917, "Lafayette, we are here." First of all, the heroine. Who was that?
Would you repeat the question, please?
The heroine whose last words before facing a firing squad were, "Patriotism is not enough."
Edith Cavell.
You're right. The second one. The colonel on General Pershing's staff who announced on July 4th, 1917, "Lafayette, we are here."
Colonel Stanton.
You are right again, and you've got $2,000. Join me at center stage, if you will. Nice going. You blazed through those in no time flat. How do you feel?
Good.
Good? All right. We're going to take a break for a commercial message or two right now. And when we come back, we might have a chance to put you in the booth and try for $4,000 if you're willing. But first, these messages of importance. Stay tuned, folks.
There's a fragrance that's here today, and they call it Charlie. A different fragrance that thinks your way, yeah, they call it Charlie. Kinda young, kinda now, Charlie. Kinda free, kinda wow, Charlie. Kinda fragrance that's gonna stay, and it's here now, Charlie.
Charlie, available at John Wanamaker.
People who own $3,000 minks like this don't kick them around. They're kept on padded hangars, only go to the best places, spend every summer in cold storage, and get replaced every few years. So hundreds of fine quality minks like these end up at Burns & Burns, and we sell them for just a fraction of their original cost. This is what Burns & Burns is all about.
Burns & Burns, 1207 Chestnut Street.
Make her dreams of a Christmas mink come true at Burns & Burns, Philadelphia and Cherry Hill.
Shoplifting is a major problem that's getting worse. Next year, retailers will lose an estimated $5 billion from shoplifting. 15 cents out of every consumer dollar will go to offset that cost. We're the losers. Every time something is lifted, we pay. The penalties for shoplifting should be made stiffer for both first-time and repeat offenders. Teenage offenders are sometimes let off with a slap on the wrist and little or no penalty because society feels sorry for them. They should receive stiff fines. Repeat offenders should be jailed. Only then will they take the warning seriously and be discouraged from shoplifting.
If you're under 18, get on a soapbox at Channel 3 and tell us what you think. Write Soapbox, KYW-TV, Independence Mall East, Philadelphia, 19106. If you feel you qualify as an expert on any subject at all, not just the ones you see on our program, drop us a line. Tell us first your regular occupation, your category as an expert, and send your name and address along with a photograph to Contestants, Post Office Box 1280, Radio City Station, New York, New York, 10019. That's Contestants, Post Office Box 1280, Radio City Station, New York, New York, 1009. Include your phone number and photographs cannot be returned. Some of our contestants receive a True Test waffle baker from True Value hardware stores who combine value and personal service in over 5,000 locations nationwide. Plus Original from Yardley, a famous British fragrance for men. Give him Yardley Original Cologne and Aftershave, furnished by Yardley. And Ruffin, the first really new wall finish in 1,000 years. Now you can create deep textures like a professional with Ruffin. Back to Alex Trebek.
Because we're running a little bit tight on time, during that commercial break, I asked Mr. Krutz an important question, and that is, did he want to take the $2,000 and stop now or risk it on a question worth $4,000? Well, his answer, of course, was, let's risk it on the $4,000. That's why he's in our isolation booth now. You comfortable there, John?
Yes, sir.
All right, you know, of course, that the $4,000 question is in 4 parts. You must give me a correct answer on each part in order to win the prize.
All right.
And we'll give you 20 seconds, a little more time than before to think about it. May I have the questions, please, Mr. O'Rourke? The subject is World War I. The question is worth $4,000. During the course of the First World War, aerial combat was introduced into the strategy of warfare for the first time. Answer these questions, John, about the famed flying aces of World War I. First of all, what was the minimum number of enemy planes which a pilot had to shoot down in order to be classified as an ace? 2, name the famous German ace who gunned down the British ace, Lano Hawker. 3, name the American ace, a former automobile racer who shot down 44 planes and 4 balloons. And finally, name the French ace who wore a woman's silk stocking for a helmet. Those are the 4 parts to your question. You've got 20 seconds to sit and stand and think about it. And you know, of course, John, that if you're not sure about any one of these, we can pass and come back to it later.
Okay.
All right. Answer these questions then about the famed flying aces of World War I. Question number 1. What was the minimum number of enemy planes which a pilot had to shoot down to be classified as an ace?
5.
5 is correct. Name the famous German ace who gunned down the British ace, Lano Hocker.
Baron von Richthofen.
Yes. Curse you, Baron. 3. Name the American ace, a former automobile racer who shot down 44 planes and 4 balloons.
Rickenbacker.
Eddie Rickenbacker. That is correct. And finally, the 4th part, correct answer here means you've won a prize worth $4,000. Name the French ace who wore a woman's silk stocking for a helmet. The French ace wore a woman's silk stocking for a helmet.
I'm going to have to say Ganimir.
Oh, no. Jean Navarre.
Jean Navarre.
Jean Navarre. Gosh, sorry about that, John. Come out of there. Gave it a good shot, though. Let's give him some applause. Oh, hard luck. Come down here. How do you spell that last
man's name?
Jean, N-A-V-A-R-R.
Navarre.
Navarre.
I called it. He's the one who flew under the Arc de Triomphe.
Ah, now you remember?
Oh, yes.
Now you remember. What was the story behind him wearing that lady's silk stocking? Was he a little strange?
Well, he was a very gung-ho individual.
And that's why he wore a lady's silk stocking. Nowadays, if you wore a lady's silk stocking as a helmet, they'd arrest you, I think. Well, you made a lot of...
I'm sorry, Alex. We're running out of time.
We're running out of time, and that's unfortunate, especially for you, John, because you did a lot of traveling today to come to the program, and we're delighted you made the effort. You gave it a good shot. Thank you for joining us on a $128,000 question. And that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you'll join us again next week. We'll have some more experts to introduce. And Don Ben will be back also, and we're interested in finding out how far he'll be able to go. Until next time, then, have a good week, won't you? So long, everybody.
Some of our contestants receive Sous Vide Spun Cream Honey, the soft, spreadable honey in the reusable plastic table server. Sous Vide Spun Cream Honey, the delicious pure honey spread. And Windtuck hand-knitting yarns of DuPont Orlon. Feels like wool, but it's unshrinkable. That's why they call Windtuck the shade keeper. And take your change the Tootsie way. Tootsie Pop Drops, Tootsie Pops, and Tootsie Rolls in new-style candy jars. And Jiffy Pop Popcorn, the family fun treat, pops in its own pan with no mess. Always fresh, hot, and delicious. And soothing medicated relief for coughs and dry, irritated throat. For cough drops, you can't top a drop from Vicks. Promotional consideration furnished by Hotel Toronto, a Western International hotel featuring Trader Vicks, an indoor-outdoor pool, and a host of amenities to ensure a pleasant stay.
Eagle fans, don't miss the Mike Douglas Show tomorrow. Mike and co-host Florence Henderson meet Eagle stars Vince Papale, Ron Jaworski, Bill Berge, and Harold Carmichael. The Mike Douglas Show tomorrow at 4 on 3 for all.